Yes, it's Thursday. It's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. What are you thankful for? This Thursday, I'm thankful for work. Yes, work. WORK. A set of actions, strategies, or steps focused in a particular direction to get a desired outcome. Most of us hate the word work. A lot of us, when we hear the word work or job or labor or something of that variation, we automatically, our skin crawls, we get mad, we're upset, and it's like, what are you talking about work? Yes, but guess what? Work all depends on how you look at it. In all aspects of your life, where you think about finance, faith, fitness, relationship, all the things that take progress or maintenance, or even to acquire those things, take work. There's nothing that we can do inside this world that we don't have to take a set of steps of actions to actually acquire something or to maintain something that we would like. Now, a lot of us, the only type of work that we start to think of when we hear WRK is the jobs that we have. And a lot of people are not happy in their work that they do for 40 hours, sometimes 60, 80 hours a week. But guess what? The only person that they can blame for where they work and the type of work that they do is themselves. So the first thing they need to do is do some internal work on how did you get the job that you want anyway. In this day and age, slavery isn't even optional. Slavery has been banished. It's been abolished. So guess what? If you're in a place where you do not like the work that you're doing, you can actually change. You can find a different career to be in. You can find a different job. The only reason why you're there is because you chose to be there. I'm not trying to mitigate the other variables when it comes to taking care of your family or the bills you start to pay. But guess what? Even though you do have those things, you still can find another job. Nobody's forcing you to stick on this job. Get some new skills, do the work, do a career change, acquire some new skills so you can actually change the job and be in a place that you actually like to do the work that you're doing. Simple as that. When we look at the things that's going on inside our life, a lot of us start to think about the people that we hang about with, the things we get to enjoy, all the places that we get to go. And guess what? All that takes work. If we was to examine it and strip it all down to the nitty-gritty, the first thing that we should start to do before we start to say what job that we want when we graduate from high school, because we think that it's going to give us the life that we desire to have, but we should actually start from the end and say what type of life I would like to enjoy, not what type of work I would like to do. See, because when you look at the type of life that you would like to enjoy, you will now start to look at the list of goals. But of course, you probably went to school like myself, where the guidance counselor says, they swing us and they say, this particular lifestyle or this particular profession in our society garners this amount of money, and you can have all of these things in the bells and whistles. And silly you didn't look around at the people who are actually in those professions already and actually start to observe that most of them don't even like their job. Most of them are working two jobs. And guess what? You went to school, went to college, studied the exact same thing, and you're doing the exact same thing those people are doing, and now you're mad and upset. I'm taking this down and I'm stripping it down because now at some point you have to become an adult for the decisions that you've made and the work that you're doing. And what you have to understand is that you have the ability to change it. You have the ability to make some shifts. You have the ability to make some changes. And it's nobody else's fault besides yourself. If you're not having a good day, or if you're having a good day, guess what? Do some work. If you're having a bad day and things aren't going the way you want it to do some work. You're feeling depressed, you're not where you want to be in life, check your goals list and do some work. You don't have the finances you want, things ain't going right in your relationship, you're going to have to look at some things and do some work. Not all work is physical. First, we have to start with the mental work that we have to do for a lot of ourselves. We have to realize that some of us are not where we need to be mentally to achieve what we want to physically. And how we have to do that is assess ourselves mentally. Do we have the skills? Do we have the mental capacity? How is our emotional? How is our emotional intelligence? How do we deal with situations? Do we climb up around people? Are we afraid to talk? What are some of the things that we need to actually strengthen? What are some of the things we need to work on? Work. Regardless of how you look at it, how you try and slice the mustard, when you try to squeeze out the ketchup, no matter what, at the end of the week, you're going to get paid for the work that you did on somebody's job. And guess what? You're probably not going to like the salary, and that's all up to you. But did you enjoy the task that it takes to actually get those coins that you're getting from the bank? If not, you can change it. And guess what? When you're doing work, the only person that you have to worry about, the only person you have to consider when it comes to your goals is yourself. Because guess what? If you don't put yourself first, you're going to find out that you've lived this life for some other people who are unappreciative and ungrateful for the things that you're doing anyway. And you're going to be unfulfilled because you're living somewhat of a zombie life trying to do some work for some other people who don't even appreciate you. So what you should do first is make sure that your goal list is first and centered. And everything else centers around that. And so here's what that means. You're going to miss some parties. You're going to not show up to some events. Some people are going to be mad that you didn't come to their wedding. And guess what? So what? You have your goals to tackle and you have your work to do. Go ahead and do it. Those people add probably little or nothing to your life. They don't have the life that you want. They cannot put any input into your life. And they're definitely not helping you sustain the life that you want. So go ahead, do the work that is needed so you can get your goals and do the work. Yes, it's another Thankful Thursday. Health, strength, your ability to do the work. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Go out there and get it done. Have a great Thankful Thursday.